everyone. Okay, so today's reading is his current thoughts, intentions, and likely actions. So I hope you're all doing absolutely great today. Thank you for being here. Welcome to anyone new. And thank you to anyone returning. It's nice to have you back here on the channel. Please don't forget to hit the bell, subscribe, like the video if you enjoy it, subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll be notified. A couple of you have said to me, well, I'm subscribed to you, but I don't ever get told when your videos come out. And you have to hit the bell for that. So make sure you do that if you are enjoying the readings. I am currently uploading twice a week, slightly longer videos than I used to, but there are tons of videos on the channel. So if you're new to the channel, there's like 300 videos and they're all timeless. I mean, to be fair, I believe that all readings that you find here on YouTube are timeless. You know, if you feel guided towards a reading, just go for it, you know, with mine or anybody else's, you know. And also, be really intuitive with it. So, for example, today, maybe don't just pick one number. I say this every time I record now. Assign a question to each group, and then you can get the whole 25 minutes of advice on your situations. If you feel called to do that. I do it. And it's been very helpful for me in the past and it guides me. So if it works for me, why not for you? So do feel free to assign questions to all 4 groups and then see what comes out, you know, because even though it might not be exactly the topic that I'm covering, it doesn't matter because you can adapt the message to your situation, okay? So guys, if you would like a private reading with me, please check the description box below. It's really straightforward to book one. You can book it on the website. You can look at the testimonials on the website. I like to think it's good value and it's a quick turnaround as well. But you can find out all about it on the website or in the description. Okay, so without further ado, let's get on with today's reading. If you haven't chosen your group already, pause the video. And as well, like I said, feel free to assign a question to each group. If you're doing that though, I would encourage you to pause the reading and write them down, okay? Anyway, let's get on with today's reading. Hi group 1. Okay, so this is his current thoughts, action, his current thoughts, intentions and likely actions. Oh dear. Okay, so we got 3 of Swords, 9 of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor. Okay, so there's definitely a decent amount of fear going on here, guys. I'm not going to lie, it does look like that. You know, the 3 of Swords, it could be with you that he's feeling this kind of heartbroken feeling, but I think more than likely, you know, the reality is with this that he's felt heartbroken in the past or has had some sort of issue in the past. There's some sort of disappointment, sadness. It could be an old wound. There's some sort of blockage here. But the good thing about the 3 of Swords is that generally when the 3 of Swords presents itself, what this means is that the situation is kind of being unblocked through feeling and being with the emotions, okay? So yeah, all right, it's not great at the minute because he's feeling kind of, his current thoughts, feelings, intentions, etc. are revolving around quite a lot of fear and sadness at the moment. But this will shift. It will shift. So the 3 of Swords is saying, you know, he feels sad. His current thoughts are kind of slightly negative. He may well be still kind of recovering from something, or he's kind of feeling fed up about something. He's trying to recover from an old situation or something that's happened. But you know what? He's going to get there. So don't panic with what I'm saying now. He is going to get there. But his current sort of thoughts and intentions are revolving around a lot of thinking and a lot of negative thinking, fearful thinking. The 9 of Swords is saying that he's actually creating more negativity for himself at the minute. You maybe already know that. He may be stuck in a bit of a situation, a negative situation or a negative mindset. And he's actually creating more problems for himself. That is the kind of nature of the 9 of Swords. That, you know, you're actually creating the situation or making the situation worse for yourself by kind of getting stuck in your own mind and just worrying and letting your anxiety get the better of you. So he's definitely struggling with his own thinking and his own thoughts. But he is going to be helped, Okay, so later on this week or during this week, I really do feel like he's going to start getting some assistance with the Wheel of Fortune. He's going to get some help to kind of get back on track a little bit. I mean, we're never off track, but you know what I mean. The Wheel of Fortune is really a card of destiny. It's a card of good luck. It's a card of things, generally, things turning for the better for you. So I think his mental state will improve. And look, we see him by the end of the week feeling more empowered with this Emperor feeling. So I think his intentions are good. His intentions are to take positive action. So if you're waiting for him to kind of cotton on something, take some action, move forwards with something, I do think he is going to sort of get towards that stage. Towards the end of the week, he's going to be feeling more empowered, like he can actually step forward and take back control of his life. You know, this early stage of the week, or his sort of thoughts as the week begins, are quite negative. But I really do think he's going to get a lot of assistance. And that's the other thing with the Wheel of Fortune. It is a card of the universe assisting you, or assisting him in this case. You know, so this card can show up when really you almost feel like you have to do very little, and the universe just helps you along, moves you along, and things kind of, you know, the situation seems to kind of almost resolve itself. So a lot of this fear is going to be removed, and I think it's going to be removed through divine help and assistance. So guys, be aware of synchronicities, listen to your intuition yourself, you know, feel really tapped in, take time for your spiritual practice, whatever you do, because I think that you will be guided as to how you can fit into this, how you can help, what you need to do as well. Okay? But things are going to improve. I think a lot of you are saying, you know, that this situation is getting a bit ridiculous, or he's really stuck, or he's really miserable, or, you know, things are really not great. Do you know what? They're going to improve. They really are. For some of you, it won't be this week. It may take longer. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. Loads of love, number ones. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And I will see you either on a private reading or on the next reading in a couple of days. See you then. Hi, group 2. Okay, so his current thoughts, intentions, and likely actions. Okay, so we've got 3 of coins, 7 of cups, 3 of cups, and 4 of cups. Okay, so there's a lot of cups energy here. So he's feeling really emotional at the moment. Okay, now for most of you, this is kind of like a weekly update on his thoughts, intentions, and actions, likely actions. But for some of you, it may be over slightly longer or shorter. If you are not a regular viewer to my channel, this could just be an update for this period of time. Okay, so listen to your own intuition on that. Okay, so there's a lot of cups energy here, so there's a lot of emotion. 2 3s and a 4. It's early stages with him. You know, so whatever you're hoping for in terms of his actions or his feelings, he's getting there because he's got 2 3s. The 3s are creation energy. So he is getting there, but it's kind of early days. And he is feeling quite overwhelmed, I think. There's a lot of emotion going on. There's a real lack of intuition going on, even though there's a lot of emotion. There's a real need for intuition, but he's very much kind of finding his way. The 3 of coins says he's on the right track, okay? It's early days, you know, and he is going to need some help. He may need some assistance from you or other people. He's on the right track though, but it is early days. He's like in an apprenticeship. He's in a romance apprenticeship, you know? So it doesn't matter whether he's 20 or 60 or anything in between, or he may be younger or older than that. What I'm trying to say is it doesn't matter his age. It's like he is just finding his feet with this situation, romantically speaking, you know. So, you know, he's doing his best, and he's on the right track, and he has actually reached some sort of initial significant marker. You know, he's started to take some action. So if you're wanting to hear whether he's had any thoughts or any action or he's done anything, then yes, he has. But it's probably not something that you are so aware of because it's kind of early days and it's a minor thing at the moment. So yes, he's on the right track and he is making a little bit of progress. So his intentions and thoughts are reasonably positive and he's reasonably on the right track. However, there's a whole lot of emotion going on. So the Three of Coins is positive. It's all okay. It's all okay. The Three of Coins is positive. But the Seven of Cups and the Four of Cups together create this kind of mental and emotional like malaise. There's just like this kind of fogginess and lack of clarity. The Seven of Cups is all these different options and all these different choices and a kind of inability to get a clear-headed view of what's going on. So it can be too much action, not enough action. So it can be like procrastination or it can be like rushing in. It's a lack of kind of connection with your intuition and a lack of ability to kind of know what actions to take when. The Four of Cups really indicates this because the Four of Cups here, it's like the universe is offering him an opportunity. It could well be you or something involved with you. He's getting this great opportunity, but he can't see it. Why? There are many reasons with the Four of Cups, but basically he's kind of saying, no, not for now, to this emotional offering, even though it is good for him. You know, even though it would be a good opportunity for him. He doesn't see it. Maybe he's still hurt from the past. Maybe he's got too much going on at the minute. Maybe he's just being too chaotic in his emotions and thinking to even see there's an opportunity there. I think for some of them, you know, some of you have got a person who is kind of having fun, out with friends, doing their own thing, and they're kind of, because of that, there's a bit of chaos around them, okay? For those of you who have the connection with your person, or you have some influence on them, there really is a suggestion that if this makes sense, some of you, the problem is that they're kind of maybe going out with friends, you know, and they're kind of becoming a bit scattered and chaotic. For some of you, though, it's the opposite. They've become uptight, maybe withdrawn, maybe feeling a bit stressed. In which case, if you have any influence, it would be a great opportunity to move towards them, to just have some fun. Yeah, so if you're in this situation and you feel like it's all getting a bit heavy and a little bit confused, have some fun. You know, relax, enjoy spending some flirty and more superficial time together if that's possible for you. But the thing is that don't fear if there's a lot of confusion going on, guys, because you are on the right track. He is on the right track. But at the minute, he's unlikely to take the emotional offering because he's still kind of finding his feet. Loads of love, number twos. I will see you on the next reading or on a private reading in the meantime. Have a beautiful day. I don't know where I'm going to put this. Hi, group 3. So, his current thoughts, intentions, and likely actions. We got the Six of Coins, the Five of Swords. That's not where I put it, is it? Is it here? Oh, yeah. The Moon and the Devil. Okay, you know what? The good news is he's trying to come into balance. It's not bad news, but the kind of slightly annoying news for you probably is that this week or around this time, he's working through some stuff. So these are not particularly pleasant energies, but they are very, very necessary and they're going to bring about a good outcome eventually. Okay. The reality is he is going through a period of time where he's trying to come into balance, Six of Coins. He's trying to bring that tranquility back into his life. He's trying to get to a point where he's got something to offer and where he can let you, or it's very likely to be you, but to let that love back into his life, you know, and to have the ability to have that sort of equal giving and receiving. Because in a relationship reading, the Six of Coins is this kind of like giving and receiving, where you're in a harmonious, balanced situation. But the thing is that the way he's been operating isn't working for him, and you probably know this. The Five of Swords is saying that, you know what, he's been trying to go at a relationship or at the relationship with you, or he's maybe been trying to farm away at an old relationship, and it's just not working. The way he's been doing things, probably quite up in his head, very fear-based. The way he's been trying to approach the situation with you and with his romantic life in general is kind of not working for him. He knows it's not working for him. But you know what? It takes a lot of guts and courage to change. It takes a lot to learn from that and walk away. But he does need to walk away and go within, you know, and to kind of reorient himself back to himself. It's not working. He's got to find a new way. Yeah, he's got to give up that old situation, let go of that old situation or that old way of doing things, you know. But the reality of that is that even though he knows he's got to do it because he wants balance, his thoughts and intentions are like, I want this balanced situation. I want this happy, harmonious situation. I don't want to keep fighting this futile situation anymore. I want freedom. I want to be free of this situation. But these two cards at the end do indicate that, yeah, he knows it. So this is good, because this is the first stage. Awareness is everything, really. But he's going to have to face his fears. The other thing is, I think there could be some sort of hidden stuff going on here. Maybe not everything's quite as it seems. You know, the moon does indicate this kind of shadowy, you've got to face your fears. There's a lot of stuff going on. It could be very emotionally turbulent. But this is good for him because, you know what? He's got this devil energy. He feels trapped. He feels cornered in many regards. I think a lot of you, this is talking about someone who feels very much like they are cornered in a situation. But the devil is not a bad situation in a way, because this is kind of creating a pressure around this situation. And eventually this is going to, you know, it's got to give. So I think without this amount of stress and angst, if you like, he would be unlikely to move. So for some of you, your person is really feeling the stress of the situation, but this will help him to navigate his way out. He does know what he wants. His likely actions at the minute are to be trying to find a way out of this situation, to try and face up to his fears. But the great thing about it all is the opening card of the Six of Coins says he is really aware that he wants harmony. He's really aware that he wants balance, and he's moving in that direction. But to start with, he's got to go through this. For some of them, it's almost like a little mini dark night of the soul. They've got to go through the pain. They've got to walk away from the old situation. At this time, during this week, I don't think they're walking away. I think they're just facing it. They're just looking at it. But this is where they are wanting to go ultimately, is to break free of this bondage, to face their fears, and to let go of this old situation. Loads of love, number threes. I will see you on the reading in a couple of days, or on a private reading. In the meantime, please like and subscribe and hit the bell, and I'll see you then. Okay, guys, so his current thoughts, intentions, and likely actions. We've got the Hermit, the Strength card, Justice, and the Eight of Cups. Wow. Okay, so, of course, the Eight of Cups and the Strength card are linked because they're both eights. You know what? Your person is probably either in non-contact or very quiet at the minute, or seems withdrawn. Do not worry, though, because it's actually not a bad thing. Your person is trying to get themselves in balance. You know, his current thoughts are to kind of withdraw with this Hermit energy, to go within himself, to listen to his own intuition, to totally kind of go within. Now, for some of you, you're saying, well, he's really not that conscious. He's not doing it on, you know, that doesn't sound like him. Do you know what? Even if it's not intentional, him withdrawing will give him more reflection time. And with that reflection time will come more awareness, okay? So his thoughts at the minute, Strength card, he is trying to be brave. He is trying to be courageous and overcome some of his issues. I can see that definitely. Definitely. We've got all these major arcanas. I think something has happened to him recently that has kind of, you know, woken him up to something. This could be a legal situation, something he's had to go through, some sort of situation where he's kind of had to be accountable for his actions, or something's happened to him that's kind of made him think twice about his actions and think twice about what he's doing. A couple of you, he could have had a brush with the law or something like that. But, you know, he's really thinking, hang on, I need to get myself sorted. I need to get myself together. With this, he's taking a step back from a lot of you. So don't panic. It doesn't necessarily mean he's gone or that he's not interested or he doesn't care. It's more like he needs to get himself sorted. He's facing up to some things. He's trying to get himself, like, manage himself and get himself under control. You know, he's got some sort of emotional or sort of behavioral pattern going on that is kind of not great for him. The 8 of Cups is where he's going. His likely action is that he's going to be walking away from something that's really dysfunctional. It maybe served him for a while. Maybe it was a good situation at one time, but now it's just holding him back. He's starting to think more. What do I really want? What do I really want in my life? Where am I going in my life? And he's trying to think about what he really wants and to move towards that. But that's taking courage and strength, and it also requires him to, you know, step back and to go within and to kind of have that time, you know, in the cave to sort of like think it through and to feel it through, you know. The Justice card says the right thing is happening here. So he will get, and you as well, as because you're connected. The Justice card does indicate that sort of the karma is quick. So whatever he and you put in will be reflected back. So, you know, it's not a great time to be playing games or to be kind of, and I'm not suggesting you are, but I'm just saying it's not a good time to try and be kind of like tricky or play the game of a relationship. This is kind of, it's not serious, but it is an interesting time because it's him really trying to connect with his true power, to find better direction in his life, to do the right thing, to be brave, to go within and to kind of find his own inner strength. His likely action is that if he has had whatever drama he's had or difficulty he's had, whether this is an internal difficulty or some sort of external problem, he is moving on from that. He is looking to do that, okay? So the big themes in his life are shifting, but on a sort of everyday level, he is looking to kind of break that old pattern and move forwards towards something better and to kind of go for what is healthier for him and to sort of start again. But you know, this double 8, it's difficult for him. He's got to dig deep. He's got to go within. He's got to overcome those internal sort of boundaries. He's got to break out of his comfort zone and move forward, and it's quite tricky for him, you know, but he is doing it, and I do think that his likely actions are that he will succeed eventually. Guys, I hope this makes sense to you. So much love to you. I hope you have an amazing week, and don't forget to join me for the soulmate reading in a couple of days, and please hit the bell so that you'll be notified of it. So much love to you. Have an amazing week, and I will see you very soon. Lots of love.